Welcome back to the AB Scale Project. I'm Krager. This is Alpha Bravo, and today we're going to look at some things I picked up at the Hasbro Pulse Super Sale. First thing I got was the G2 Ramjet. Now, this guy, of course, is to homage the original G2 Ramjet, and he looks pretty good. I mean, it's just very 90s coloring there. I mean, change the black out for neon green, and we're talking just full 90s. But let's go ahead and bring in the original. And you can see that's a big palette swap there. I mean, they did put a lot more variation in the arms and in the blasters, but of course this is a Gen Selects figure, so they're going to put a little bit more effort into the paint job. But otherwise, looks pretty neat. Alright, let's take a look at the jet mode. And here we have G2 Ramjet in his jet mode. And it's very G2, especially since they put Ramjet on the side here. So that's a very big thing. The only thing I really complain about is the fact that they put the G1 Decepticon stickers on instead of the G2. That's my biggest complaint about it. In fact, I think it's my only complaint about this guy. But otherwise, I mean, it looks good. I mean, the color swaps are still there. I mean, it's a palette swapped Ramjet, which is, exactly what he expected it to be. Let's move off Bravo aside for a sec so we can bring in the G1 palette, or the Earthrise. And we see what the differences are there with the red, black, and white versus purple, turquoise, and black. Yeah. Yeah, G2 was a fun time, let me tell you. Can't imagine why I didn't catch on. Anyway, let's go ahead and wrap this up. So, is this our new G1 IDW Ramjet? No, of course not. This is G2. So, the G1 colors still work. But I think it's different enough that we can just call him a different Seeker, put him on the shelf. So, go ahead and put in the comments below what you think the new Seeker's name should be. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Next up, we've got Studio Series 86 Coronation Starscream. Now, he is pretty much just a Earthrise Starscream with more bits added to him, but we'll go ahead and get into the difference a little bit later. But right now, let's go ahead and talk with all the bits that come with him. So first, he comes with his crown. Let's see. Focus. So pretty neat. And like I said, straight off the movie, so that's pretty neat. Stand it back up here. Alright, and then he comes with these pauldrons. Come on. There we go. And the pauldrons also come with guns that only fit on the pauldrons. They don't really work in robot mode because of this offset here that's meant to go into the pauldrons. And of course you get two of those. They're pretty much neutral. They both have holes in them on either side and large rivets, so it really doesn't matter which shoulder you put them on. He comes with regular null rays for if you just want to do it in this mode. Comes with a cape. Which is a bifold cape, so he can be kind of sweeping out there or very reserved, so that's pretty nifty. And it is a solid plastic cape, so you don't have to worry about billowing out cloth or anything like that. And then the last thing he comes with is his throne, which is pretty nifty because you can turn it around and you can stash all of his add-ons back there and look pretty neat. Now this is pretty much Voyager scale, so you're going to have a hard time putting deluxes on it without making them look like they're kids in oversized chairs, but the other figures look pretty good sitting in it. And it's actually meant for Megatron, so just put that aside there, but most of your Voyager figures can sit in it and look, somewhat regal. Alright, let's go ahead and let's take a look at the base figure. Alright, again, he's pretty much Earthrise Starscream. So let's go ahead and clear our workspace here. And move him over. And we see pretty much the same. I mean, it's a little bit more glossy on the face area. It's a little bit more matte on the Earthrise. On the Earthrise, they did paint the vertical stabilizers back there, and they did not paint it on the SS86. And then the other big difference is that the SS86 has articulated hands somewhat. It's just a single joint, where this is just full hole. So overall, it is a little bit more an upgrade, and like I said, just slightly more shiny on the paint, on some of the paint apps. So, but those are really the only differences. That's why I really wasn't going to buy this kit until it went 40% off. Alright, let's look at the jet mode. And here we have the SS86 Coronation Starscream in his jet mode, and it's, it's that faux F-15 Eagle that all the Earthrise Seekers turn into, except for the cone heads, but that's beside the point. And really, it looks like the rest of them, so comparison is where we got to go to. So we'll move Alpha Bravo out, and let's see what's different. Of course, we've already pointed out the vertical stabilizer that is not painted on the SS86. Now, when we get to the top, there's nothing in nose cone area, so we'll just shift it over here. And you can see they actually made the Decepticon symbols bigger on the SS86, and they painted these guys gray. You get there, that's a better angle to see it. So we got a couple extra paint apps, larger Decepticon symbols, but they forgot to paint the vertical stabilizer, which is it's the only complaint I have about them, is just they didn't paint that. Again, you can swap them with a little bit of work, but otherwise, I definitely like the SS86 a little bit better. All right, let's go ahead and bring Alpha Bravo back in. Let's go ahead and go to final thoughts. So, is this our new G1 IDW Starscream? I'm going to go ahead and say yes. I mean, just the added articulation on the hands and all the extra crap it comes with. I'm going to go ahead and say we're going to move on to the SS86 Starscream. What some people have done is they have just taken the vertical stabilizers off of the Earthrise and put them on the Coronation to call it good, but that's a capped rivet pin removal, which is not something that I think is very fun or easy. I mean, for people that dissect their toys all the times for customs, it probably is easy, but I've always struggled with those cap pins. But it's something you can do just to get everything you want into one figure. So overall, the SS86 is our new G1 IDW Starscream. Alright, let's wrap this up. So that's it for today. We've got a new G1 Starscream and a brand new Seeker, and a nice throne to pose with all your other figures. So, thanks for joining us today on the AB Scout Project. If there's a character you'd like to see, put your request in the comments below, although there aren't too many left. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, ring that bell, and I'll see y'all later.